And the head coach of the New York Jets, Robert Saleh, joins us now. Coach, with a night to think about it, how do you feel about your team's performance last night against Kansas City?
It was a gritty game, but it was a battle. Obviously, you look at the fourth quarter like everybody saw, and disappointed with the end of the game and the result. But whether you win or lose, you're always going to be able to find positives and negatives and things that you can build off of. But it was good to see Zach play well. I think that was a big step that we all were hoping we'd see, and knowing that we'd eventually see. But yeah, those games are always a little awkward feeling. So
17-0. The safety feels like it might have been a turning point. Was it, or would everything have happened anyway?
That's always a good question, right? Who knows? But they're still punting from a backed-up situation, so we knew we were going to get the ball at midfield. But we get those 2 points. We come back, we get 3 points after that, so we got some momentum, and defense was starting to pick up. Forced Mahomes into two first half turnovers. Really could have been 3, should have been 4. With that interception at the end of the game, but I thought defense did a really good job clamping down after the first quarter, and then offense was moving in that second and third, and really, it was moving really well up until that illegal man downfield penalty that would have had us inside the 20-yard line with a chance to take the lead, but. There's a lot of good things, like I said. There's a lot of things that we've got to improve on still, but, the two best teams, I think, arguably the two best teams in the conference being Miami and Buffalo, if you're outside looking in, played those two teams really well, and it's something to at least look at in terms of this football team and what we are capable of, and if we play to the best of our ability and we're efficient on third down and we get off the field on third down and we create turnovers on defense and we stay aggressive on offense, we could play with anybody.
Coach, you've been, during your tenure here, one tough spot has been for the first quarter. You've been almost doubled up in the first quarter since you got here. I think 195 to 102 in first quarter points. Is there something that you guys just aren't doing right game prep wise? What is it that is leading to these slow starts?
That's a good question. There's I can give you a whole bunch of things. We're constantly looking at trying to find ways to improve both offensively and defensively. We've in that first year, we had a very, very young team. It's second year, felt like we were a little bit better, but it's something you're always trying to do. You're always trying to start fast. We are a team that defers, so the team we're usually on defense to start games, and so you're always going to be a possession down. So that's a big part of it. But yeah, no, it's something we're always trying to improve on. You'd love to win every single quarter. So,
would you reconsider about always deferring?
No, deferring. There's a lot of things that go into it, and the biggest thing is that just like last night, when you have a chance, you can have a couple of mishaps in the first half, knowing full well that you still have a chance to lap them, and by scoring at the end of the first half and getting the ball to start the second half, that's like stealing a possession. And we had that opportunity yesterday. Obviously, we missed a field goal, and then we came out in the third quarter with the ball, and we go down and score, and we tie it up. So, to have that in your pocket to be able to go and to finish the half with the ball and then to start the second half with the ball is a huge advantage, especially if you capitalize on it. You could swing a game back in your favor, or you can blow the doors open. So it's to have that in your back pocket. I think league wide is universal in that viewpoint.
I got a chance to talk to you last week, Robert, about like that drive in the fourth quarter that Zach had against the Patriots. Can't you bottle that and do it again? Why does it seem like he has it in him, but then at times he doesn't? Were you able to go to school on that, watching the film, and maybe apply it to some of the success he had last night?
Yeah, it comes down to, we've talked about it, and I know I get beat up sometimes, even in this our PR guys when I talk about practice. And you're trying to get him to play free of mind and just let it rip. And there's moments in games where you see it and you're like, damn, dude, just do it all the time. And I think he played with free of mind, very confident. Thought Nathaniel and Todd Downing did a really nice job. The big thing is that those two are still trying to learn everything that he's comfortable with on game day. You go through an entire offseason. Like I said, you're building an offense for Aaron, and Zach is doing things, and the backup quarterbacks, everyone's executing the same kind of practice because you're trying to get reps in, and then you get into bullets being thrown at you, and there's a level of comfort that you are. Every quarterback's different. Everyone's got a different comfort level with different concepts, and so they're learning as they go. And it's been really cool to see Hackett, Downing, the quarterbacks all communicate and trying to see what he likes, what he doesn't like, and continuing to evolve the game, the weekly game plan, and really the system around Zach and our new offensive line and the receivers that we have and the running backs to do what's best for this team right now. And it's I know from a patience level, everyone wants it done yesterday, but it's the good news is it should only get better. There's still going to be some bumps along the road, but it's definitely trending in the right direction.
What did having Rodgers there mean to the team, and do you think it had a positive effect on Zach?
That'd probably be more of a question for Zach. I do, I'm not sure about yesterday, but I will tell you Saturday night when he walked into that team room and had a just gave him the floor to talk to the guys. I said in my press conference after there's a genuine love and appreciation that's reciprocated on both ends in terms of his teammates love him and he loves his teammates, and you could see that when he was talking to them, and so I think him being there Saturday night was greatly appreciated by his teammates, and everybody misses him. So
let's talk about, you mentioned the fourth interception that wasn't because of that penalty. You've gotten to take a closer look. I know you were upset when you saw the replay on the big board, and I've never seen you that angry on the field. Do you still think it was a call that should not have been made?
I'm going to wait for the I'm going to stay quiet on that one, guys. I think I'm already in enough trouble.
How about there were some non-calls, too, on that drive. As you're standing there watching that drive unfold, knowing we just have to get the ball back, what were your emotions?
Like I said, that last drive was a little bizarre. When you're playing a game and you're playing a style and you put yourself in the shoes of a player and a coach, and it wasn't like Kansas City was the only one that was beneficiary of calls. In the first three quarters, we were both getting calls. They got some favorable calls. We got some favorable calls, and that happens in a game. And but you're also establishing a style of play that you're allowed to get away with, and so you've established this style of play. The players are making the adjustments according to the way the game is being called. The coaches are coaching it according to the way it's supposed to be called or the way it's being called. And then you get into a big part of the game, and now it's not. And that's where, you just, from whether it was the right call or you rewind and say, yes, it was, that's not the point. And like I said, it's stuff that we got to look at. Just one clarification, because all we want to do is coach our players within the rules of the game, and we understand every single crew is going to be there. It's kind of like an umpire in baseball. If they were changing the strike zone every inning, that would drive batters and pitchers crazy. Mm-hmm. And but you establish your strike zone, you stick with your strike zone, and that's the strike zone for the game, and you play off of it. And but if it was changing from inning to inning, it can get very far. Or if the strike zone was established through the first 8 innings, and the 9th inning it completely changes. Like, what the hell? Mm-hmm. And so those are the things that we just want to coach our guys so they can be the best they can, so they can play fast, and that's all we're looking for.
I don't know if this falls under you not wanting to talk about it, but the speculation was that the flag might have come after or during the interception, that the official might have been influenced by the result of the play. Do you think that happens in the NFL?
I know that if it has nothing to do with the play, they hold on to it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's uncommon.
All right, one final thing, Coach. Joe Namath had harsh things to say on this show about everything with the Jets last week. Was that a rallying point for your team? Do you think, again, maybe you should ask Zach this, but do you think it motivated Zach? Do you think it motivated Hackett? Was that a point of contention in that room as you were preparing for the game? Let's show him.
No. With respect to that, obviously we have a lot of respect for Joe, and he's an icon in this organization, but external noise is not a motivator for success. The motivation we have is to one another and to build for one another and to play for one another and to play for our families and our teammates in the locker room and the coaching staff in this organization. That's our motivation. To rally around an opinion is not something that we do.
So, I mean, then you don't believe in bulletin board fodder?
No, not at all. I'm not
wow, done. We have somebody who agrees with Greg Buttle.
Wow, Buttle always said that, too.
Buttle's been saying this for 20 years to us.
Yeah, that if you need outside motivation, then something's wrong, was always his response.
That goes back to the levels of competitor. If you need external motivation, then you're going to be a very inconsistent person in life. You want to be internal.
Coach, thanks for coming on as always. We'll talk to you next Monday.